So I've got a question here. We want to find the probability of these three situations here. The probability that two students chosen at random speak only Spanish, French or German. And we've got some information here about the 50 students questioned in a survey. So we've got these 6 conditions here. 31 speak French, 3 speak French, German and Spanish, 4 speak French and Spanish but not German, 7 speak German and Spanish, 8 speak only English, and 10 who speak German speak at least one other language. So I've got a setup here of a Venn diagram. Now that would be a really useful way of trying to solve these probabilities. So what you do is when you get a list of information and conditions about the students in this survey, we try and go through each one and see if we can add it into our Venn diagram. So first condition, 31 speak French. So for the French speakers, we've got this circle here with 4 places we can put our 31. Now we don't know how they're spread about for the moment, so I'm going to come to that in a little while. Next one, we've got 3 speak French, German and Spanish. Well, we've got French, German and Spanish here. 3 speak all 3. So that'll be where the Venn diagram intersects all 3 parts. So that there will be the centre. So we can safely put a 3 there and be happy that that's correct. So that's that taken care of. Then we've got 4 speak French and Spanish but not German. So where's French and Spanish but not German? Well, there's French and there's Spanish. That's the French and Spanish, but that includes German. So this bit here is the not German bit. So that's French and Spanish, but not German. So 4 speak French and Spanish, but not German. So we can put the 4 in that section there. So that's that taken care of. Then we've got 7 speak German and Spanish. So 7 speak German and Spanish. So German and Spanish is this section in here. And we've got 3 here that speak German and Spanish and French. So that total there must come to 7 by this information here. So if I put 4 there, that will give my total as 7, and that will be shared out in the correct manner. 8 speak only English. Well, my 3 circles in my Venn diagram have German, Spanish and French, no space for English. So the 8 are still included in the survey, so they will go in the box, but not in the circles. So that takes care of that. And then finally, I've got 10 who speak German, speak at least one other language. So what that tells us is there's no one who speaks only German. Now this section here is the only German. Now this section here will say they speak German and some other languages. Now 10 who speak German speak at least one other, so at least one other. So that could also include this one where they speak 2 other. So those 3 sections need to add up to 10. So I've got 4 and 3, which is 7. So that leaves me a space of 3 there. So that takes care of that. Then I'm now left with this 31 that speak French. So this whole circle should contain 31 in total. Well, I've got 3, 6, 10. And for that to be total in 31, I've got a remaining 21 to put in there. So I'll put 21 in there. Okay, now, is there anybody who speaks only Spanish? Now, there's no information here, but I can add up all my numbers or in the circles and this 8 and see if that adds up to 50. So if it does, then there'll be nobody who speaks only Spanish. So I've got 21, 24, 27, 31, 35 and 8. That's 43. So there's 43, but there's 50 students in total. So it leaves me a space of 7. So that's going to leave me 7 speaking Spanish only. Okay, so now with all that, I know there's nobody who speaks German only, so I can put my 0 in there. So that completes the whole Venn diagram system. So now I'm ready to work out probability 2 students chosen at random speak only Spanish. So First person to speak only, it's only Spanish. That's the important bit. So only Spanish is 7. So I've got probability of 2 Spanish only. First person chosen at random will be 7 out of the 50. So that's that. And then when I come to choose my second person, there'll only be 49 students left and 1 less who speaks only Spanish. So then I've got to multiply this by 6 over 49. So if I times that by that. Okay, now I can go straight in and multiply these out, or I can do some calculations and make my calculations, the final answer, a little bit easier. So 7 and 49, I see straight away, 7 sevens are 49, so that turns to a 1, that turns to a 7. Then I've got 50 and 6, well 2 will go into those. So I've got 25 and 3. So now I've got 1 times 3 is 3. And 25 times 7 is 175. So that will not simplify any further. So the probability 2 people speak Spanish only, chosen at random, is 3 out of 175. So that's my first question taken care of. So let's put that into here. Then French only. So French only is this one. So I've got same system again. Probability 2 people French only. First person chosen will be 21 out of the 50 students. That's my chances of that one being chosen. And then secondly, the next time I choose someone, there's only 49 left and 1 less person that speaks French. So then I've got 20 out of 49. Okay, so now I've got to do some calculations like I did here and simplify this equation. So these zeros will cancel, that's good. I can see 21 and 49, they will divide by 7, so that's 3 sevens and 7 sevens. And then I'm left now with any more cancellations. I can't see any that obvious, they all look like primes. So I've got 3 2s are 6 and 7 5s are 35. So that's my probability 2 people chosen at random speak French only. So that's 6 out of 35. So that's a considerably higher chance than the Spanish, which you would expect from these numbers. And then German only, well, there's no probability of this happening at all because there's nobody who speaks German only. So that is just going to be 0. So that's an impossible probability. So therefore, that's the solutions to my probabilities using Venn diagrams. Okay.